Well, the tip is up and underway, and it will be Mexico who have the first possession. Well, Mexico decided to go down low very early on now, trying to use their size and physicality here in the low block. Well, Brazil, steps back now, has a wide open look at the three-point again. He cannot have that much time and space. De Paula just punishes the Mexican help side defense. Cruz now looking to go pick and roll here with Ibarra. Mexico, of course, very organized in their offense. Of course, like to go to a lot of dribble handoffs, a lot of pick and rolls. As Ibarra now spins around, takes a jump hook, and in and out, doesn't get it. And now Marcelino can push this one. Tries to go baseline now, forces his way up, but that's just too easy. Well, Fabian Jaimes wants a foul there, but Caboclo there, you can see, just went straight to the bucket. Well, Bruno Caboclo. It's Paul Stone now. He'll take a quick three-point downtown again. Can't get it. That's how Mexico wants to play. Of course, they want to play from the perimeter. Tries to go for the Euro step, kicks out to DePaula. He's made 1 3, doesn't get this one. As Ibarra secures a rebound. Well, these two teams will get into a run and gun situation if they can get the things going early from the perimeter. Let's get on now. Turn around, mid-range jump shot. Doesn't get it, gets his own rebound. At this time, he gets it. And that is why you always follow your shot. Well, Gabriel Giron was the top performer for Mexico the other night. 5 3-point field goals against Uruguay. Well, DePaula goes baseline now. A bit of time and space. A two-handed jam there. And again, Mexico's collective team defense at the moment still hasn't arrived here to the party. This is a big game here. You win this game, you finish second place here going into the 6th window. It's Paco Cruz now trying to split the defense. Kicks out to Fabian Jaimes. Well, Jaimes turns it over. Now Brazil can push this one with Marcelino. One more pass now. Mendel, he'll try a 3-point-3. Is up and the 3 is good. And Brazil all of a sudden coming out with a lot of confidence here. Well, Ibarra now looking for a handoff with Paco Cruz. Cruz now looking to make a penetration, goes all the way with a sweet little finger, can't get it. Fabian Jaimes tries to tip in. At the moment now, Mexico struggling to get things going. It's DePaula here, baseline. Where was the help side defense? I mean, that is just too easy there for Brazil. Benitez finding Caboclo in the basket with a one-handed jam. And again, ¿Dónde está la defensa de Mexico? Where is it? Because Brazil are just running wild all over the basketball court. Well, Mark Quintero now calling timeout as his team trail 11-2 here against Brazil. Well, there was a cut to the basket by Caboclo. Look at the ease. I mean, this guy barely leaves the ground with a one-handed jam. And Vita Benitez, well, excuse me, Marcelino Huertas with the dime. Ibarra now looking for a handoff from Paul Stoll, and another turnover. And again, what is going on with Mexico? Well, at the moment, they need a bit of leadership. Somebody just to inspire them on offense, but also on defense, too. Marcelino now coming off one screen here with Caboclo. Postal trying to fight around. Well, he got a mismatch on defense. Caboclo now steps back. He'll try a three-pointer. Goes over the backboard, but secured by Postal. And now Paco Cruz trying to push this one. Now Cruz pulls up for a three-point. Three is up, and again, it's too short. Nobody going for an offensive rebound. There's Mendel now behind the back pass. Finding DePaula. Well, why not? The big man wide open. He'll take a three-point in and out, but look at the offensive rebound. And at the moment, Mexico have completely lost their identity on defense. 6 in the shot clock here for Benitez. He doesn't take many three-pointers, but when he does, he will tuck him away. 12-point lead now here to Brazil. Mexico with only one field goal so far. Stolen out the crossover. Finding Paco Cruz. And again, you can see right now the confidence here from Mexico. Again, they throw it right away. I think they're going to call a foul here. Brazil won an unsportsmanlike foul. Marcelino now coming off one screen looking for the big man. Finds DePaula in the corner. Got it by Paco Cruz. They have a switch on defense. DePaula down the middle. There's the kick out. There's another three-point. Three is up, and again, the three is no good. And Mexico come up with a loose ball now. Here they can push this one. There's got Gabriel Giron. Giron with penetration. Finds Paco Cruz now. Cruz down the middle. Cruz puts him a little floater. Finally, Paco Cruz is able to break down the defense. Cruz gets his first field goal of the game now. Brazil still leading by 10 points. Mendel now looking for options here. Find DePaula. Good recovery defense in Mexico, but another three is up, and again, it's no good. It goes out of bounds, and that will be possession. Back to Brazil. Look at the penetration by Paco Cruz down the middle. A little teardrop. And that's just a beautiful play there. Right in the face of Felicio. Washington now pulls up in the mid-range. This is the shot he wants, and he gets that one. I'm not sure if it's going to count there. Maybe an offensive foul is called. Well, no, the ball, it does count. It's a defensive foul, so Brazil's going to get the ball back. Well, at the moment, it's just going from bad to worse here for Mexico. Well, there's the pick and roll now, finding. Again, it's a wide open look there. Should have attacked the basket. Settled for the 10-foot jump shot. Throw this one down now. Fabian Jaimes tries to back down. Jaimes, bit of contact, turns around. It's a tough one, doesn't get it. It's Marcelino Huertas now running circles off the pick and roll. Finds Caboclo. There's another kick out. Suarez now throwing this again down to Caboclo. Oh, he almost loses it. Picks his dribble up. 6 in the shot clock now, left wide open. The three is up, and Brazil at the moment are just having a buffet here as Suarez nails the three-pointer. Well, 15-point lead now here to Brazil. Paco Cruz looking for somebody just to make him some movement or something. Under 10 in the shot clock now here for Mexico. Paco steps back, takes a three-pointer, and finally, Mexico get the first treble of the game for Paco Cruz. Well, again, it's just too easy for Brazil. Mexico just need to be a little bit more physical on defense. They trail by 14 points. Huertas now with 7. Gabriel Herron now looking for Paul Stoll now coming off one screen. He forced up a Hail Mary three. And again, it's not a good shot. It's Mexico just not playing the fluid team basketball. And then a throwdown in transition. And again, who else but Bruno Caboclo. Paco made his last three, takes another one. Paco Cruz all of a sudden hitting his last two three-pointers. But defensively, Mexico need to tighten up now because it's becoming way too easy here for Brazil. Well, Suarez left wide open again, takes another one, doesn't get it. And now Mexico can push this one. But Cruz does a spin out. Cruz looking for options now. Gabriel Herron, he had the three-pointer. Back to Cruz, made his last two threes. Almost got another one. Still a 13-point lead now here to Brazil. One goes to that pick and roll now. Another foul's been committed. Well, look at the dunk here in transition. Look at the gazelle, Caboclo. Throw it down, big man. Throw it down. That is just too easy. Suarez now misses last three, takes another, and again, right now, Mexico are just gifting Brazil with every wide three-point. They see Suarez with a pick and pop, uncontested. Gutierrez now checking into the game. Finding Fabian Jaimes back up to Gutierrez. He'll try a three-point three. Is up. The three is no good. Again, Mexico being punished here by Brazil at the moment. Felicio now left wide open. Again, how much longer is this going to go on for? I mean, you have to understand, Brazil are on fire, and you're just letting them have three-point shot as Mendo hits the second one. Cruz now looking for the penetration. Double crossover. Paco goes in, gets rejected. Good defense. And now Brazil can push this one. Well, they're going to get the last shot here in the first quarter. Looks like they're going to go pick and roll now here. Felicio sets a ball screen. There's the pick and pop with the big man. Well, what a pass. Kicks out with a 24-second violation. Felicio probably should have shot the ball there on the pick and pop. As Iago Santos checks into the game. Well, again to Paco Cruz now. Cruz with a quick three-point. It's up, and it's no good. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first quarter, Brazil have come out like a house on fire as they lead this one 29-10 against Mexico. A lot for Omar Quintero to think about with his players. Well, Brazil right now 5 for 10 for the perimeter, 7 for 9 from inside the rainbow. Neither team getting to the free throw line, excuse me. Well, let's look at the highlights now from the first quarter. We'll start with the Paula from downtown with the penetration to kick out. Again, one thing Brazil has done a good job of is being able to spread the floor and get those open looks from the perimeter. Really been able to stretch the defense, of course. And that was Mexico's first field goal of the game. And again, it's just plays like that. It's too easy. You know, Fabian Jaimes naturally wants to defend forwards and post players, but I mean, somebody's got to step out and help him in that case there. That's good ball movement there for the Brazilians. Finding Mendo. Now he's 2 for 2 from the perimeter this evening. Here's the kick out to Gabriel Heron. Well, make sure you download Courtside 1891. There is the official QR code to get all the best stream schedules and scores. Courtside 1891. Vita Benitez, the two-time champion of the Basketball Champions League. With Heredas and Pablo Burgos now checking into the game. Brazil right now, it's in search of their identity. And Brazil hit 5 3-pointers in the first quarter, but again, it's been the ease of how they've had them. Gutierrez now pulls up in the mid-range, way off the mark to get it. Against a forced shot. And now Brazil can capitalize here. Rafa Mineiro also checking into the game here for the Brazilians. Well, turns it over, throws it right to Gutierrez. Gutierrez, bit of contact, goes up, and again, missed a layup. A good defense by Iago Santos. Santos now coming off one screen, there's a pick and pop. Again, it's been the same story. They missed this one. But gift another rebound to Mineiro. It's Vita Benitez now. He can make these shots. Finally, Mexico come over the rebound. And now Paco Cruz finding Gabriel Heron in transition. Heron now, bit of contact, hangs in. That's much better for Mexico. Gabriel Heron taking it to the basket and making the contact just now. Iago Santos, one of the fastest players, but turns it over. That's got to be an unsportsmanlike foul, surely. Well, the home crowd won. There's Daniel Amigo El Bigote. Still injured, unable to play. Let's have a look at the replay here. It has to be. Well, they're going to keep that as a regular foul, but Mark Quintero, of course, having a word with the official. Paco Cruz now, an offensive foul is going to be called against Ibarra. And this is where Mexico at the moment, it's just mental errors they're making. Santos now trying to put the moves on. Step back, takes the mid-range shot. Iago Santos having just checked into the game, putting Brazil back up by 19 points. Paco Cruz now here, guided by Vita Benitez. Finding Joshua Ibarra. Ibarra trying to back down now, goes baseline, the reverse slap, and gets the and one. And why not feed the bear? Feed the big man. Foul is going to be called on Rafa Mineiro. I mean, look at that, too big and strong. Rafa Mineiro simply cannot stop Joshua Ibarra. He doesn't make the three-point play now. Still a 17-point ball game. Santos now coming off one screen with Caboclo. Another foul's called, this time against Gabriel Heron. So I have to see the replay of what he did there. I wasn't quite sure, but they called the foul against him. Santos now coming off one screen. Again, he's made a few threes tonight. They've left him wide open again. Gutierrez secures a rebound. Cruz now looking to attack. Ibarra again seals off in the post. Goes straight up, and it's simply unstoppable for Joshua Ibarra. Oh, Monero can't got him. It's simple as that. You got to feed the big man. Get him the ball in the low block. Let him go to work. Look for Caboclo into the basket. Doesn't get the ball to him. In that case, it probably just should try and just lob the ball to the big man, as Caboclo's got the elevation. Benitez now draws a foul, and again another mental mistake. It's on Paco Cruz. So Benitez will go to the free throw line here for the three-point play. This is a clever play there by Benitez. He makes a three-point play now. 18-point ball game. Gabriel Hiran now giving this one up. It's Mexico just trying to get some rhythm here in their offense. Look for a three-pointer right off the bench. Ibarra with the offensive rebound. Out to Gutierrez, he tries another three-pointer again. Nobody going in for an offensive rebound. Just over 6 minutes to go now. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Lucas Mariano. Mariano's trying to say, look, he held me down. I don't know why he called the foul on me. Gutierrez now here in the backcourt, just trying to get something. Again, Mexico really have lacked the identity here on offense. Finds Fabian Hymas, gets rejected. Well, what a block by Caboclo. There's a kick out now, finds Benitez in the corner, another wide open three, and Vita Benitez punishes Mexico. Goes back to a 21-point ball game. Ron goes back door, pump face goes up and draws a foul. That's much better. Mexico, where they've been settling for the perimeter shots, need to put Brazil under pressure. It's now Orlando Mendez is going to check into the game here for Mexico. Guidon missed the free throw. Only 16 points so far for Mexico here in the first half. Makes the second one. Marcelino now heavily guarded by Orlando Mendez. Cross-court finds Benitez. Benitez with penetration. Benitez draws a contact. He'll go back to the free throw line. And right now, Mexico's defense is just lacking discipline. Cruz now looking for something going. Throws down Ibarra. Ibarra trying to force his way, goes in, strong move, puts a little bit too much on it. As Orlando Mendes comes up with an offensive rebound. Mendes goes in a little floater, can't get it. Mexico, at the moment, nothing is dropping for them. Well, another three-point, this time by the big man. Caboclo goes out of bounds, but that will be Mexico ball. With 4:09 to go here in the first half. Cruz now finds Gutierrez in the corner. Gutierrez puts up a little teardrop. He can't get it. Another foul's going to be called here. And that's going to be 2 free throws here for Mexico. He makes the first one. The man who played in the NBA, Jorge Gutierrez, also played in the 2014 FIBA World Cup for Mexico. Former teammate of Gustavo Ayon, Mexican basketball legend. Now Marcelino Huertas now trying to curl off one screen. Kicks up the Huertas, has made 1-3, takes another one. And right now, Brazil just cannot miss a three-pointer. Well, the bucket is turned into the ocean. And Brazil are just throwing everything inside. There was the penetration there, finding a wide open Marcelino Huertas on the perimeter. Well, Marcelino Huertas doesn't take many three-pointers, of course. He loves to go from the mid-range, especially off the dribble. Ibarra now, top of the key here. Mexico trailing by 23 points. Much better by Paco Cruz. Cruz goes all the way. And the follow-up by Joshua Ibarra. And he's got to be a big X-factor here tonight. Cutting it down to a 21-point ball game. Now 6 points here for the big man. Well, you got to feed the bear. The bear, well, again, left wide open. Another three-pointer. And Mexico get away with that one. As Gutierrez secures a rebound. Left wide open, why not takes a three-point, doesn't get it. Fabian Jaimes. 2:45 to go is now left. I mean, it's just too easy right now. I mean, at the moment, Mexico is just letting Brazil have so many wide open looks. As Lucas Mariano puts Brazil back up by 23 points. Now Ibarra again can't get it. One to 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. Mariano has made his last mid-range shot. And again, this is unbelievable as Brazil cannot miss a three-pointer. Well, that is the 8th three-pointer for the Brazilians here in the first half. Now Orlando Mendes, he draws a foul. He'll go to the free throw line. And that was the mid-range shot from 18 feet, but here was a three-pointer. And the big man just showing that he could knock it from downtown. Mendes makes the first free throw. Makes them both. Tries the backdoor play. Good defense by Gabriel. Hit on. Paco Cruz now trying to put the moves on. Cruz now looking for a post up here. Goes into a double team now. Finds Gutierrez. Steps back, takes a three. Can he get it? Foul is going to be cool. It's going to be 2 free throws in for Mexico. The foul is going to be called on Tim Suarez. Well, Fabian Jaimes now here at the free throw line for Mexico. Makes the first one. Brazil now total control of this game. 23-point lead. Thiago Santos here on the point guard role along with Vita Benite. Santos now pick and pop it again. Brazil 8 3-pointers. Another offensive rebound. Looking to go pick and rolls. Benite takes a 3-pointer from no man's land. Again, the Hail Mary 3. Vita Benite. This is just truly unbelievable. 9 3-pointers now for Brazil. Finding Paco now here. Roscoe finds Gabriel. He's got to make this one. In and out, doesn't get it. Goes out of bounds, but that will be Mexico ball. I mean, look at this. I mean, he took that one from Cancun and landed it here all the way at Chihuahua City. Well, that traveled all the way across Central America. Well, Cruz in the corner, can't get it. And another foul. So he'll go back to the free throw line here for 2 shots. And this is one way Mexico can keep themselves in this game. Go in for those second chance points. Well, the perimeter shooting here from Brazil has been truly fantastic so far here in the first half. Now the free throw shooting is what needs to keep Mexico in this game. Well, makes it both now, cutting it down to a 24-point ball game. Now Brazil can have the last shot here in the first half. As Marcelino Huertas checks back into the game now for Brazil. So we got Vita Benite, Marcelino, and Iago Santos all in the backcourt. Well, Santos now here being heavily guarded. Santos needs to give this one up. Finds Mandel now. Mandel trying to get something going. 5 here for Leonardo Mandel. Almost gets his pocket picked. Mandel's got to go all the way. And now he's got to force this one up from no man's land. And ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, Brazil lead this one by 24 points, 50-26 over Mexico. Well, the perimeter shooting in this game so far for Brazil has been a wonder class. 9 for 20 from downtown for the Brazilians. Really has been a key difference in this game. And we'll show you some stats and some Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now to the second half of this FIBA World Cup qualifying matchup between Brazil, who lead 24 points, 50-26 over Mexico. We're live here in Chihuahua City. As Pulstol now comes up with a steal. And now he's going to go and lay this one up and finds the Ibarra with a throwdown. And what a way to start the second half. Right now, this is what Brazil needs now. Well, excuse me, Mexico. Caboclo now setting a very hard screen there against Paco Cruz. Well, Brazil have a mismatch right now as Felicio has been guarded, but a foul is going to be called against Pulstol. Pulstol, maybe that might get upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. That's good defense by Pulstol. Just avoiding the block shot, the throwdown by the big man. Well, feed the bear, feed the bear. I would not be surprised if he gets upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. Well, it's almost a clothesline now. I mean, again, well, it's not on purpose. I mean, what happens is Pulstol loses balance, but it is reckless. Well, I guess the reason they haven't upgraded it is because Pulstol did lose his balance. Well, the slip is what led to the contact with him, Pulstol's arm, and Marcelino's head. Marcelino now step back. Well, he's made 2 threes, takes another one, and again, Marcelino Huertas cooking it at the moment. And it's now the 10th three-pointer of the night here for Brazil. Cruz now pump fakes, kicks out to Huron. Huron tries another three-pointer. Three is up, no good. And it just isn't dropping right now here for Mexico. Yeah, I think they're going to call an offensive foul there against Mendo. Well, Mendo just used his elbows too aggressively. But finally, Ibarra now. Ibarra kicks out one more pass, finds Huron. Huron with penetration goes up. And a follow-up by Ibarra, but it's going to be two free throws into Gabriel Huron. Well, Mexico, of course, at the moment, they really need some inspiration here. They got to stop allowing Brazil so many 3 points. But again, a free throw shooting for Mexico. Well, they missed 4 free throws here this evening. They trail by 24 points. Marcelino now trying to throw the alley-oop. Again, they turn it over, and now Mexico can push this one. Stoll now draws a foul against Marcelino Huertas, and that's a 14th foul against Brazil. So no more fouls for the Brazilians to give away. Stoll thought about shooting the basketball, but doesn't take the shot. Down to Ibarra, but again, good defense. Again, Mexico just trying to force it too much, not playing with fluidity, not making the simple passes. Well, another three-pointer one more time, in and out, doesn't get it. Even when Marcelino misses 3 points, it still looked like they were about to go in. Stoll now finds Ibarra. Ibarra trying to pass it, but why does he not go up and try to dunk it? Benitez now finding Marcelino. Here's the play they want to put the ball in the hands of. Pick and pop now. Felicio, he hasn't made a three tonight, doesn't get it. Moves out of bounds. It's going to be Brazil ball on the baseline. We've just gone 3 minutes here in the third quarter. As Caboclo thought about taking a three-pointer. For the shot clock now for Benitez. Benitez finding Marcelino, and the shot clock doesn't get it and gets rejected, but a foul's gonna be called, so it's gonna be 2 free throws here for Felicio. Makes the second one now here for Brazil. Now it is a 25-point lead for the Brazilians. 6:40 above just to go here in the third quarter. Paco now throwing this one to Joshua Ibarra. Ibarra going and gets rejected. Well, Caboclo with the denial. Paco with a crossover now. Steps through, puts him a little teardrop, and Ibarra with a follow-up. And that's what they need for the big man. Relentless, going after every second chance points. He now moves up to 10 points here, 5 for 9 for the field this evening. But another foul. It's a silly foul to give away. Curl one screen down, finding top of the key for Felicio. Santos, big time three, doesn't get it. Goes out of bounds, but it's going to be Mexico ball. Well, Mexico want to try and cut it down. It's beneath 20 points going into the fourth quarter. Give themselves a chance of maybe trying to get back in this. Still now. Trying to put the moves on. Fabian Jaimez with a quick floater again. It's the kind of shot, it's not a bad shot to take because he's missed it. Just drops the confidence of his teammates. Diego Santos thought about taking a three-pointer, but Caboclo, he'll try it. And again, it's the same result. This is a Brazilian masterclass here from three-point land. Back to a 26-point ball game. Three from Paco Cruz doesn't get it. Fabian Jaimez with a rebound. Finds Ibarra into the basket. Kicks out to Fabian Jaimez. Jaimez goes in with a sweet bank roll, but he missed a layup. And that's two back-to-back plays there from Fabian Jaimez. And now Santos here pick up Felicio. Well, why not? Everyone else is making three-pointers. Goes out of bounds, but it will be Brazil ball on the baseline. Well, the Brazilians now leading by 26 points. 11 three-pointers in the game. Diego Santos now trying to put the moves on. Now makes a few teammates, but he goes out of bounds. It's going to be a 24-second violation. Run now, looking to throw this one down low to Jaimez. Jaimez now bumps, goes over the tough one again. Third attempt in a row. Fabian Jaimez really is working hard, but nothing is dropping for the young man. Now Brazil here trying to do the post-up game. Puts his hand in the cookie jars. Now, he's on here. Nobody running with him. There's a penetration by Gabriel. Heron hangs in the air and again can't get it. Santos now looking to go pick and roll here. There's a handoff, quick three from Vita Benite, doesn't get it. Another offensive rebound here for Brazil. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Brazil now leading by 26. When the Paolo down the middle, he'll pull up a little teardrop, and again, it's simply sweet like music here for the Brazilians. A timeout now here to Mexico.
Cambiamos fuerte, güey. Switch hard. Make a drive. Let's go. Defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Well, look at this for a little teardrop. I mean, it's just too easy for them. I mean, nothing is going wrong here for the Brazilians. Well, everything is not going to plan for the Mexicans. And that is a beautiful teardrop. And who else but Paula? Bonilla now tries to attack the follow-up there by Fabian Jaimes. Well, remember, the last time these two teams met, Brazil lost by 10 points. So at the moment now, Brazil in total control of winning the potential head-to-head. So now Iago Santos here pulls up for a quick three-pointer. Doesn't get it. Paco Cruz will try to push this one here for Mexico. Cruz coming off one screen. Finding Bonilla. Cruz now pulls up from downtown. A big-time three-pointer from Paco Cruz. Well, you know, what would not be a big defeat here for Mexico is if they can try their best to cut it down from within 10 points, because if they lose by less than 10 points, there's Iago Santos for three, and obrigado. Well, Iago Santos. Cruz now going in with a fang roll the way, and that's much better. And again, putting Brazil under much more pressure by attacking the basket. Santos now. And another foul is going to be called. It's the last team foul for Mexico to give away. This Paco Cruz from downtown. And this play here, that sweet little three-pointer. And look at this. Well, that's where you say thank you very much to Iago Santos. Caboclo now coming back into the game here for Brazil. Gutierrez now just trying to put Santos under pressure. Iago kicks out to Paulo, thought about taking it. Good movement, Benite downtown. Another foul. It's going to be on the ground. It's going to be 2 free throws here for Brazil. Let's have a look at a shot there by Benitez. Oh, that's a tough one because if they're going to call that on Fabian Jaimes, clear contact with the ball. And a technical foul has been called. Well, he missed the technical free throw, so now he's going to shoot the 2 shooting foul free throws. Miss them both now. So maybe not a bad foul at all here. It's Caboclo, 9 points this evening, 4 for 8 from the field. Finally makes 1 for 3. 25-point lead now here to Brazil. Gutierrez now looking to post up. Kicks out to Bonilla. Bonilla now taking the one-legged fadeaway. Can he get it? No, he can't. And that's just a lack of fluidity in the Mexican offense. Goes out of bounds. It will be Brazil ball. Kick out to Iago Santos. Caboclo missed 2 free throws, but has no problem hitting the 3-pointer. And it's back to a 28-point ball game here for the Brazilians. Bonilla kicks out. Hesitation puts up a little floater, too much off the backboard. An offensive rebound here for Mexico, but they throw it away. And now Brazil here with 1 last chance. Is going to bring Vita Benitez back in. We find Caboclo. He's got a shot off. Turns it over, and ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the 3rd quarter, Brazil lead this one 66-38 against Mexico. I'm going to show you some stats and some highlights here from the 3rd quarter. There you can see Mexico still only 3 3-point field goals, but 13 from downtown for the Brazilians. Let's look at the highlights now. Well, there's still, you thought it was going to be a different second half here, and the throwdown by Ibarra. There's a 3-pointer from Vita Benitez. It's been the perimeter shooting. It's been the big difference here. 39 of Brazil's points have come from the perimeter. Well, there's the QR code for Courtside 1891. Download to get all the best stream schedules and scores for live basketball all over the world. Courtside 1891. Bonilla now here on the ball. Last quarter here for Mexico. It's about pride now. Mendes now trying to break the defense down, finding Gabriel. Get on, step back, deep three, right in the face of DePaula. Can't get it. It's now Iago Santos here, giving this one up here to Mendel. Santos running wild now, hangs in the air, doesn't get him, draws a foul, and he will go to the free throw line here for 2 shots. I mean, just look how quick he is. It's definitely a foul, should be no arguments whatsoever. Makes the first one. Makes them both. 30-point lead now here for Brazil. Gutierrez now finding Bonilla. Baseline with a two-handed jam. And that's what Mexico's needed. But where has that been as Bonilla? Mendel now going all the way to the basket, draws another foul. He gets the and one. That is a tough, tough play there. I mean, look at this. Draws a help side defense, falls asleep with the backdoor play, and Bonilla says buenas noches with a two-handed jam. And look at the move by Mendel now. Between the legs, a crossover. Well, Paco Cruz now back in the game here for Mexico. Gutierrez now trying to put the moves on. Goes into the reverse layup, gets blocked by the backboard. And there you can see the pull-up by Marcelino Huertas. And it's the same story here for Brazil. The defense just inviting Brazil for any shot they want. Orlando Mendes now kicks out to Bonilla. Now he doesn't take many three-pointers. That's exactly why. Cruz with a double crossover, tries to hang in the air, puts up a circus shot, gets his own rebound. And Paco Cruz still battling right now for Mexico. Iago Santos, one more time. Benvido a casa, just Iago Santos. Finds Bonilla under the basket with a pump fake. Turns around, goes up with it. Lays that one up as Bonilla. 4 points so far here in the fourth quarter. Iago now the pick and pop to Mendel. goes down to Caboclo. Draws a foul. And the and one's going to count. The Mexican players are infuriated with that decision, but I think that's the right call. So Caboclo now will go to the free throw line here. Let's have a look at the replay here. Oh, 100%, that's an and one. Well, Brazil coming off the back of a big victory against the United States of America. So it's been a good window for them so far. And as it stands, they're going to stay in second place here in the group. Still now find Fabian Hymas. Hymas goes up a little teardrop, can't get it. Santos now look for options. Another foul's called. Well, he did get a lot of ball there, but anytime you reach in like that, you got to give the official a chance to make a decision there. Only just checking in the game now, takes the three-point, and why not? Because everybody is invited to the buffet. As Deodato, ice cold off the bench. It's now pull up for a three-point, in and out, doesn't get it. Trying to put his hand in the passing line, goes out of bounds, but it will be Brazil ball on the sideline. Iago Santos, boa noite, good night. And again, Deodato one more time here. And another one. This is truly incredible as Felicio finally gets a three-pointer. Make that 16 for 34 for Brazil this evening from downtown. Well, we got a timeout now as these two teams want to talk it over.
Hey, listo, güey. Dale. Hey, jugamos floppy, güey. Tenemos a Josh. Hey, vamos USA. Paco aquí. Caemos para Josh. Fabián, saques a Paco. ¿Ok? Jugamos horse, jugamos L. USA, Paco set the screen. And he's come up. You read down low with Josh or Paco top. Y Jorge aquí. Hey, L. Y floppies. No, quick shots. Dale, 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 cerrado. Vamos a defender, cabrones. Tenemos que bajar los pinches puntos, güey.
Barra now had the ball into the basket, but just fumbled it, so another turnover here for Mexico. And now Iago Santos. He'll throw this one down to Felicio. Why not Mariano for a three-point again? Number 17 for the Brazilians. Está chovendo. It is raining threes. And again, Mexico really have just been beat to the game plan here. Gutierrez almost throws it away. Fine James now, Ibarra into the basket, doesn't get it. Brazil will just slow the tempo down here. Man, they've won the head-to-head here. They're clearly going to win this game. Another foul committed off the basket. So it's going to be 2 free throws here for Brazil. The pilot now will take these 2 free throws, makes the first one. Makes them both now. 46-point lead now here to Brazil. 11 points for De Paula. Stoll now finds Ibarra. Ibarra just lays that one up. Oh, you want to see him dunk that. He cuts down to a 44-point deficit. Mariano now hitting the last three-point hit for Brazil. Mariano going up, draws another foul. He'll go back to the free throw line here for the Brazilians. Gets the second one to drop. It's Paco Cruz now trying to get something going here. Hands in the air, draws a foul. He'll go to the free throw line here for Mexico. The score is now 91-48 here. Brazil just trying to get over the final hurdle. Under 4 minutes to go. 43-point lead here to the Brazilians. Mariano now looking for a post up. In the post down again, just too easy. The double team came over a little bit too slow, a little bit too soft. Paco Cruz still about to take a three-pointer. Stoll now, he'll fire from downtown, can't get it. That's been the story of the night here for the Mexicans. Well, Felicio turns it over. Now Gutierrez now with numbers in transition, finds Paul Stoll. Well, Gutierrez has struggled from the perimeter, finally gets a three-point shot to go. That's what Mexico have missed here. Penetration, kick out, getting high percentage looks. Beats it now. Can he make it 18 three-pointers? No, he can't. Just under 2.5 here in the fourth quarter. Mexico have been really wiped off the floor this evening. Anzibara. Gutierrez goes behind the back. Bit of contact, gets rejected. Paolo finding Mariano. Finds Felicio, good ball movement. And Deodato, one more time. Obrigado. Boa noite. Good night from the Brazilians. The assist coming from Felicio. Ibarra under basket trying to finish. One gets tipped back in. Pollard kicks out. Can they get another three-pointer? Well, why would you second guess? Brazil está en fogo. They're on fire, baby. Paco Cruz left wide open. He'll take a three-pointer. And Paco Cruz tucks that one away. The pilot now looking for options. Well, Felicio has made 1 3. This is incredible. I mean, they probably made more three-pointers than layups in this game. This truly is phenomenal. 23 points here for Brazil. Finds Benitez in the corner. Benitez, one last three, doesn't get it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a game we've had here this evening. Brazil have shot 50% from the perimeter, 20 for 40 from downtown. And this truly has been a remarkable basketball game. Paco Cruz, he'll try one more three, doesn't get it. The Brazilians are happy to dribble that one out. We thank you for joining us here in Chihuahua. But at the end of this one, it is Brazil 102, Mexico 56. Brazil have won the head-to-head, and they now go second in the group. And one victory away from qualifying for the FIBA World Cup, which they'll have to do in the next window. But what a game of basketball it was here this evening. Well, it's all over here tonight in Chihuahua. Mexico are going to have to take the window too. Well, they've won the head-to-head with Puerto Rico. They've won the head-to-head with Argentina. The destiny will be in their hands if they can just win the last 2 games. Brazil now 1 win away potentially here from sealing the deal. Brazil now will move to 7 victories, 3 losses, making them right behind the United States of America. There are the stats. Brazil 20 for 40 from downtown. Mexico only 5 three-pointers. More than 50% of Brazil's points came from downtown. And out rebounded Mexico 44 to 30. And also with 9 more assists for that matter. Well, Caboclo led the way. I mean, that just shows you how distributed the scoring was here tonight. Cruz with 20. Well, let's take a look at the highlights now from this game. That's how the second half started, of course, the three-pointer there from Marcelino Huertas, the former NBA player with the Los Angeles Lakers. Again, the perimeter shooting was just a spectacular sight here from the Brazilians. It's all over here tonight. That was the penetration by Bonilla, but it was just too little too late here for Mexico. And there's a dunk by Bonilla going back door. Of course, the assist coming from Gutierrez. What a crossover by Mendel, getting the M1. Thiago Santos currently playing in Germany this season after having a good year with Flamengo in the BCL Americas, and also winning the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. Well, it's all over here, ladies and gentlemen. At the end is one. Brazil now goes second. Mexico stay in third place. But it's good night from here, from Chihuahua, Mexico. The United States winning by 7 points against Colombia. Puerto Rico with a big victory over Uruguay. We'll take a look at the final standings as well as who has qualified here from the FIBA World Cups. Well, Brazil should be in second place. They're now 7-3.